Hey, what's up, everybody? Today is March 15th, Saturday. Happy Saturday to everybody. Uh, been seeing a lot of sadness and death and losing loved ones a lot here recently. Just wanted to kind of share with you all, that are going through some stuff, that are going through those times in your life that, it does get better, you know. The 6 months of my mom's passing was a couple days ago, and it just seemed like time is flying. Yeah, it just seemed like the days are going by so fast. But every day, it gets a little easier, but you still run into those times where you feel like for me, those moments I wanted to pick up the phone and call my mom. I talk to my mom at least 2 times a day. We had that type of relationship, and I miss that. I miss those days. But going back, to last September, when we were in the hospital with her for 23 days, to watch her have some type of hope, give us some type of hope, and have a little spark in her eye. We were all talking about, how she was going to be walking down this hall, going to rehab and making, better strides towards bettering her life. But God had other plans. Instead we got the back end. Every time we showed up, there was always something bad. Like these people wanted us to give up. They wanted us to throw in the towel on my mom, and we saw that glimmer of hope that she gave us. So we took that as like, hey, she's going to fight through this. She's a fighter. She's going to make it through this. And the whole time, not even knowing what God is doing, not even knowing what God was preparing. I'm speaking for myself in my life. He had a plan, and I wasn't aware of that plan. And that's all through life. We the old saying is, we tell God our plans, and he's going to laugh at us because he already knows, the steps ahead. He already knows what's coming up. And so going into that hospital every day, talking with the doctors and praying with my siblings, having that tight family support, that was needed. So I encourage those who aren't going through things, but they know someone who is, to be there for that person, because that family support and that love is amazing. It's amazing. Even if that person says, you know what, I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody around me right now. Okay, just let them know that you are right there if they need you. That you are 2 steps behind them. Pray for them. While you're absent from their presence. Lift them up, encourage them. And when it's all said and done, hang in there with them. Don't stop checking on them. I think about that thing that just happened with the actor Gene Hackman. I thought that was so sad. To be that known of a person and to have those type of disease, to have that type of disease take away your ability to do anything. His wife was dead for a whole week, until he passed away. And that's just like, wow, like who was checking on him? Who had the ability to pick up the phone and call? Who had the ability to drive over to the house and check on them? It's all about showing up for people, and I wanted my mom, to make sure she knew that we showed up for her like she did for us so many times, man. She showed up for me so many times. And I'm sure a lot of my family feel the same way. You know, that woman, she had an open door policy, and she just had so much love to give, so much love, that was just enough for all. And I love that about her. And Linda May is love, you know, and I thank God for giving her to us, you know, for those years. You know, I thank God for that. I thank God for her. Um, Towards the end, it was hard. It became harder and harder to just be aware that, hey, you know, this may be it. You know, so my siblings and I, you know, we got together and we talked, and we seen the things that was happening to my mom's body, you know, that, you know, she wouldn't approve of. And it struck me like, you know, we can't allow her to continue to go through stuff like this. You know, we can't continue to allow her to suffer. Looks like her body is suffering. I'm not sure where her mind and her spirit is at this point, but her body is showing us, you know, hey, it's time to let me go. And, you know, we had to come to that decision together. And when we did, you know, we called the family, we let the family know, you know, this is what we're going to do. And I remember calling Pastor Jeff, and I never forget that phone call, because it was a nice sunny day. You know, I go outside of the hospital and I take a walk, and I called Pastor Jeff, and he answered, and I just said, you know, Pastor Jeff, what do I do? You know, in this moment, you know, like one minute she shows us hope, next minute, you know, her body is telling us something else, you know. And he told me, you know, Alan, you know, how would your mom want, you know, to live? You know, how would she want to live? You know, if she was to survive right now, you know, would she be happy? And the answer is completely no. You know, the way things were happening were devastating. It was bad news after bad news after bad news every day. It was hard on us mentally. It was hard on us physically. We weren't getting any sleep. It was hard. But the love and support from everybody proved to be something that we needed. And I, like I said, I encourage you, if you're not going through something, and even if you are, you know, and you're a strong person, you know, be there for that person that's not as strong as you. You know, be there for that person that needs that additional love. You know, be there for that person that needs that additional care. You know, that's what God created us for, to love on each other. You know, and it's just baffling to me that in today's society that we're taking the rights from people that are here, you know, that actual people that are here, living, walking individuals, you know, are being stripped of their rights to live, to be who they are. You know, it makes no sense. It's like we're going backwards, you know, instead of forwards as a country, community, whatever we are. You know, we're supposed to be there for each other. We're supposed to love each other. You know, nobody's perfect, and we're all struggling with something. I say that all the time. We are all struggling with something, so you can't judge someone else for what they're doing or what they're going through in their life or what they're struggling with. But you can't pray for them. You can't pray for them. Just like somebody prayed for you in your struggle. Just like somebody lifted you up when you were downtrodden, when you were down and out. You didn't do that on your own. God sent someone. God did that. So allow God to do what he needs to do in this situation. We just have to show how much we care for each other. And I know sometimes it's hard because knowing me, you know, sometimes going in that hospital, man, I wanted to body slam those doctors. And I was getting to a point where, you know what, I didn't even want to go in to the office because I knew bad news was coming. And so this bothered me to a point where I was angry, I was, frustrated, and I just wanted to hurt somebody. This was my mom we're talking about. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I had to calm my sister down. I had to be there for my brother. They were there for me. I had to, be there for my family. My mom is not only a mom, she's a sister. She's an auntie. So it's all about control, 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 control. If we can control our emotions, if we can control the way we react, if we can't control, the way we approach each situation, whether good or bad, we're going to win. We're going to win. So my encouragement today is like to show up for somebody who's in need right now. Show up for them. Be there for them, and also control. Control your emotions. Control the narrative, and we are eventually going to win this thing. So hang in there, stay encouraged, continue to love on each other. Thank you all for watching and subscribing to my YouTube page. It's been a blessing to me, and I thank God for allowing me to have this opportunity. And I know, I want so much more, and I know it's coming, and I just know I gotta just put every foot forward and continue, and don't let nothing stop me. And, I'm not gonna do that because, I'm gonna walk through this thing. But I love y'all. Stay blessed. Have a great Saturday and a good weekend.